Authorities say her body was found in her apartment in Fort Bend County.
In a world filled with glitz and glamour, social media influencers often seem untouchable. But beneath the surface lies a darker reality, one that can lead to devastating consequences. This is the story of Mercedes Moore, a beloved figure whose life ended in a tragedy that shook her family and followers to their core when her body was found stuffed in a red trash bag. On a fateful Sunday in August 2021, authorities discovered the bodies of social media star Mercedes Moore and her alleged killer in her apartment in Fort Bend County, Texas. The news sent shockwaves through the online community, raising pressing questions about the dangers of fame, privacy invasion, and the tragic consequences of obsession. As her family sought answers, the heartbreaking reality of Mercedes' life unfolded, revealing the complexities and dangers that often accompany a life in the spotlight. Mercedes Moore, born Jana G. on November 26, 1987, was not just another face on social media. With over 2.6 million followers on Instagram, she had become a prominent figure, often seen alongside celebrities like Drake, Travis Scott, and Offset. Her rise to fame was rapid and multifaceted. Initially, she worked as a professional dancer in Las Vegas, adopting the name Mercedes Moore, a name symbolizing luxury and her aspiration for more in life. However, the bright lights and excitement of her lifestyle masked a darker reality. Growing up in Houston, Texas, Jana was the eldest daughter of Mark G. and Janetta Grover, both of whom had served in the military. Despite her loving family background, her childhood took a turn when her parents divorced, leading to instability and emotional challenges. After moving to Las Vegas and entering the world of exotic dancing, she found a way to turn her struggles into success. By leveraging her popularity, she transitioned to modeling and launched an OnlyFans account, where she capitalized on her growing fan base and made significant income. Her journey to success was not without challenges. In an industry often criticized for its harsh realities, Mercedes navigated a world rife with competition, jealousy, and sometimes predatory behavior. Many of her peers in the modeling and entertainment fields often face similar struggles, leading to a culture of mistrust and fear. Despite these obstacles, she remained resilient and determined, using her charm and charisma to build a brand that resonated with her followers. The trajectory of her career seemed bright. Mercedes had plans to grow her brand with a clothing line, aiming to reach new heights in her professional life. However, with fame came a greater risk of unwanted attention and harassment. As her following grew, so did the intensity of her experiences, including stalking and doxing when someone's personal information is shared online, which made her take serious security measures. Despite these efforts, her life would soon be forever changed by an obsessed fan who traveled across the country to fulfill his twisted fantasies. Well, it all started on August 29, 2021, when Mark G. received a concerning phone call from his younger daughter, London, expressing worry over Jana's silence. It was unusual for her not to post on social media, especially given her celebrity status. Feeling anxious, Mark decided to check on her at her apartment in Richmond, Texas. Upon arrival, he found her BMW parked outside, but his attempts to reach her went unanswered. Fearing the worst, he kicked down the door and entered to discover a scene no parent should ever have to witness. Jana lay still at the bottom of the stairs, her clothes torn. At first, Mark hoped it was just a terrible accident, but as he walked deeper into the apartment, the truth became clear. The place was a mess, with signs of a struggle and blood everywhere. Creepy messages written in lipstick covered the walls, showing the disturbed mind of her stalker, Kevin Alexander Accordo, who had broken into her home. He had stayed there for 2 days, leaving behind a chilling story full of regret and obsession. As Mark continued to search the apartment, he found Accordo barely alive upstairs, struggling with a self-inflicted knife wound. In his final moments, Mark watched as the man who had taken his daughter's life succumbed to his actions. The horror of that day marked a turning point, highlighting the dangers associated with celebrity and the risks of obsessive behavior from fans. The aftermath of the tragedy brought an outpouring of grief and confusion. Rumors and misinformation circulated widely across social media, complicating the already painful situation. Some claimed her death was related to illnesses or external factors, while others speculated wildly about the nature of her relationships. Such narratives detracted from the reality that Mercedes had been a victim of a brutal crime, transforming her life and death into cautionary tales rather than focusing on the systemic issues of stalking and mental health. Kevin Accordo, the man responsible for Mercedes' death, was an enigma. Despite traveling from Florida to commit the crime, he had no significant criminal record apart from traffic violations. His motives remained unclear, and authorities determined he had no personal relationship with Mercedes. Instead, he had fixated on her from afar, driven by delusions that ultimately led to the tragic outcome. Accordo had a troubling history, marked by signs of mental illness and obsessive behavior. Friends and family later revealed that he had struggled with maintaining healthy relationships, often falling into patterns of fixation on women he barely knew. This behavior escalated over time, and tragically, Mercedes became the target of his dangerous obsessions. An autopsy report confirmed that Mercedes had died from strangulation and blunt force trauma, revealing the horrific nature of her death. Investigators found no signs of forced entry, raising further questions about how Accordo gained access to her apartment. It was suspected he may have entered through an unlocked door or deceived her into letting him in, highlighting the vulnerabilities faced by individuals in the public eye. In the wake of Mercedes Moore's tragic death, her family and friends were left to navigate their grief amidst the chaos of public speculation. While many mourned her loss and celebrated her life, the narrative around her story often centered on the risks associated with her profession. This focus, while important, overshadowed the more significant issues of mental health, privacy, and the urgent need for better protection against stalking and harassment for all individuals, especially public figures. Mercedes' story serves as a stark reminder of the complexities of fame and the responsibilities that come with it. The tragedy of her life and death urges society to confront the darker aspects of celebrity culture, demanding more robust measures to ensure the safety and privacy of those who share their lives with the world. Her legacy, marked by both her vibrant personality and tragic ending, continues to resonate, prompting discussions about the need for systemic change in how society addresses the issues of obsession, mental health, and personal security in the age of social media. As her family continues to seek closure, the lessons from Mercedes Moore's life remain relevant, urging a collective reflection on the importance of empathy, understanding, and respect for the boundaries of others. In an era where online interactions can lead to real-life consequences, it is crucial to remember that behind every social media profile lies a person with hopes, dreams, and, tragically, vulnerabilities that can lead to devastating outcomes. The rise of social media fame. The age of social media has redefined what it means to be famous. No longer do individuals have to rely on traditional media platforms to gain recognition. Instead, they can cultivate their following directly through platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and OnlyFans. For many, including Mercedes, this means the possibility of rapid success and significant financial gain. However, this newfound fame also comes with unique challenges and threats. For Mercedes, her popularity allowed her to live a lavish lifestyle that many only dream of. With the ability to monetize her content and connect with fans, she enjoyed the perks of being a public figure. Nevertheless, the same attributes that made her appealing to millions also made her a target for obsession and harassment. The blurred lines between public and private life often left her exposed to danger that could be lurking just beyond her screen. In many ways, Mercedes embodied the modern influencer. She shared snippets of her life, from glamorous outings to intimate moments, painting a picture of success and happiness. However, behind the filtered images and carefully curated posts, she dealt with the same fears and insecurities that many face. The pressure to maintain her image, coupled with the constant scrutiny of followers and critics alike, created a challenging environment for her mental health. Despite her vibrant online presence, Mercedes had to navigate the complexities of her self-worth in relation to her public persona. The validation she received through likes and comments often came with its own set of challenges, as negative comments and public scrutiny could quickly overshadow positive affirmations. Her death highlights the urgent need to address the mental health challenges faced by those in the public eye, reminding us of the cost of fame. The dark side of fame. The allure of fame can be intoxicating, but it also brings forth an undeniable dark side. For many public figures, the pressures of maintaining their image can lead to mental health struggles, anxiety, and depression. Mercedes, like many influencers, faced the pressures of a highly competitive environment where one misstep could lead to public backlash or scrutiny. Mercedes' tragic story underscores the importance of awareness and education surrounding mental health and safety in the digital age. While social media platforms have made it easier than ever to connect, they have also created an environment where harassment and obsession can thrive. The need for resources and support systems for individuals in the public eye is greater than ever, as their experiences often reflect the broader issues of mental health and personal safety in society. Social media fame can be exciting, but it also comes with risks. People like Kevin Accordo are a harsh reminder that being famous doesn't just attract fans, it can also bring dangerous individuals. It's clear that society needs to do more to address the issues of obsession and stalking. As we look at the life and tragic death of Mercedes Moore, it's obvious that we need better ways to protect those who share their lives online. The need for better security measures. Mercedes' tragic end brings to light the critical need for improved security measures for public figures. In an era where privacy is increasingly compromised, individuals in the spotlight must take proactive steps to protect themselves. This can include employing professional security services, increasing personal awareness, and utilizing technology to monitor potential threats. Many influencers and celebrities, especially women, are often vulnerable to stalkers, obsessive fans, and unwanted attention. The intersection of social media and real life has created a scenario where public figures are constantly at risk. They may receive direct messages from followers, which can escalate into dangerous behavior. Celebrities often share their locations, travel plans, and daily activities, unwittingly inviting danger into their lives. Given the alarming frequency of high-profile stalking cases, it is essential for public figures to develop comprehensive safety plans. This includes not only physical security, but also mental health support. Regular counseling and mental health check-ins can be invaluable in helping individuals cope with the unique pressures of fame. Industry leaders, talent agencies, and social media platforms must collaborate to create an environment where safety is prioritized and where the well-being of public figures is regarded as paramount. Legal frameworks and social media responsibility. In addition to personal safety measures, there is a pressing need for legal frameworks that address stalking and harassment more effectively. Currently, many laws surrounding stalking are outdated and may not adequately reflect the realities of modern technology. For instance, laws often fail to address the nuances of online harassment, leaving victims vulnerable and without sufficient recourse. Legislators must take proactive steps to modernize laws regarding stalking, harassment, and online threats. This includes more stringent penalties for offenders, clearer definitions of what constitutes stalking in the digital age, and enhanced reporting mechanisms for victims. Social media platforms also bear a significant responsibility in this regard. They must take an active role in protecting their users by implementing stricter policies against harassment and providing tools for users to report threats easily. Moreover, social media companies should invest in better resources for users to understand their rights and the measures available to them if they feel threatened. Educational initiatives can help users navigate the potential dangers of social media, empowering them to take action if necessary. The tragic case of Mercedes Moore serves as a clarion call for social media platforms to reassess their approach to user safety and harassment. The time for change is now, as the frequency of similar cases continues to rise. In a digital landscape where connectivity often overshadows safety, companies must prioritize the protection of their users. The role of community and support networks. The aftermath of Mercedes' death underscores the importance of community and support networks for individuals in the public eye. Friends, family, and fellow influencers play a critical role in providing emotional support and guidance. They can help foster a sense of belonging and understanding that is vital for mental well-being. Remembering Mercedes Moore, a legacy of awareness. As we reflect on the life of Mercedes Moore, it is essential to honor her memory by advocating for awareness, safety, and mental health support. Her story serves as a reminder of the fragility of life and the potential consequences of unchecked obsession. Mercedes was not just a victim, she was a vibrant individual with dreams, aspirations, and a community that loved her. In the wake of her death, her family and friends continue to seek justice, not only for Mercedes, but also for all individuals facing similar dangers. They hope to raise awareness about the risks associated with social media fame and the urgent need for better protection for public figures. As we engage in discussions surrounding her life, it is vital to focus on the systemic issues at play rather than sensationalizing her death. The conversation should revolve around the responsibilities of social media platforms, the importance of legal protections, and the need for comprehensive support systems. By doing so, We can honor Mercedes' memory and work towards preventing similar tragedies in the future. Mercedes Moore's heartbreaking story sheds light on the darker side of fame, raising the question, how do we protect those who share their lives online from the dangers lurking behind the screen? Her tragic death reminds us of the urgent need to talk more openly about stalking, harassment, and mental health in the age of social media. Fame can be glamorous, but at what cost? As we navigate this digital age, are we doing enough to ensure the safety of those in the public eye? The rise of social media stars presents challenges that call for immediate action. We must push for better security, update outdated laws, and create communities where people feel safe sharing their lives without fear. In remembering Mercedes Moore, we are faced with the responsibility to foster a society that champions empathy, safety, and respect for all. Can her story inspire us to make real change and protect those at risk in their pursuit of connection and fame? It's up to all of us to decide.